sweetie? Even moments like these help me heal my own inner child. I'm gonna sit here and get my baby's hugs. Mommy's here for you. Because I didn't get that from my mom. I had to figure it out very early on my own. And still to this day, she'll say I put myself out. And I was 17 when she put me out. And it's just like, so I woke up trying to figure out how to get myself put out. And she's like, you had sex in my house. When she put me out, I was still a virgin. It was because I had spoke up to her. And called her a coward because I couldn't understand why friends were able to go back home to their parents' house, but we had to ask for permission to come home. And I'm watching friends come in and out. These still to this day come and leave as they please, but I had to ask permission to come home. It was foreign to me. And because I was an outspoken child, I was used to make an example to my other siblings because they'll say they spoke up to our mom, but I still enable her. I'm the only one that won't enable her. I don't allow her excuses to stop her. I just don't allow her excuses because she's the baby girl of 6. She's the 5th one. My uncle is the baby and the last boy. And just learning how she still wants to be treated like that, even by her own children. And it's like, but you're the parent, you're your mom. Like, I didn't get the email because what did you miss that I didn't get? To bring some clarification, because now to this day, like my mother, when I was a victim of human trafficking, it happened September 9th, I got kidnapped. September 10th, her father, his ex, filed a false CPS report on me. So by the 11th, they were already at the house to come get my oldest 2 from him, and by the 12th, they was already in court. So they tried to make it seem like I abandoned my children. I still have the whole case. I've already talked to the sheriff. And the sheriff has told me that I have to close the case out because it's civil. Once I close it out, then they can go after them for kidnapping charges. There's nothing in the case from what I've seen that says I can't see or talk to my children. So my mother, my sisters, my brother, aunts and uncles, like everyone who knows, y'all are all part of it as well. Like, and it's all stemmed because I was speaking up amongst family who everyone likes to keep things swept under the rug. And my old light bearing self come from a line of healers and seers. Like, my mom is so gifted. She's so fucking gifted. It's ridiculous. And just watching how religion she allowed religion to tarnish her. And I understand occults, and I understand covens and things like that, spell casting, I understand spells, I understand you gotta get a pull-up on, Mama. Burger. Come on, let's get a pull-up on, Daddy. So you take a nap? Yeah. Go get a pull-up on. Go get your pull-up. Like, yeah, you're almost out of there. And Like, I understand it don't condone nobody's actions. It don't condone what they're doing to me. Don't condone none of that shit. I get it. And that's why I'm so trying to be as transparent as possible while still protecting my privacy. Because I am a private person. But, still, okay. Still speaking out enough for other people to become aware that they can transmit their trauma to. Transmit it by speaking up for yourself. And, shit, I hope one day my mama wake up and anybody else who's in that boat. But, it's on back. Oh, I'm sorry. You got it, mama. A puppy. Yeah, your puppy. A puppy. On the front? On front. You got it. Who are you trying? Hey, girl. Yeah, lay down. Are you gonna go in your bed? You can go in your bed. You can go in your bed. Yo, you was almost asleep. You go back to that. So, like I said, even that whole situation of me suppressing myself, because I was holding so much shame for the decision that I made and how I even got in that position to get kidnapped and be used as bait. And in the report, well, I'm kind of running two stories side by side, but like I said, CPS was already at at her father's house. At the time, I was pregnant with Zamoria, though it wasn't even thought of. But just that whole process, like in the report that the CPS worker took, she put in there the aunt will be down this weekend, talking about Rachel. The aunt would be down that weekend. She never came. 14 months. I was in a detention center. A year went past. My children had finally got flown to Michigan. The whole time it was happening, they were in some foster care, and I didn't know where my children were. I didn't know who they were with. And my mom and my sister just kept telling me, oh, they're fine. They're doing good. They're with people we don't even know. So now that my mom claims that she had to retire early from the post office, the thing was, I gave my sister Rachel permission to come get my children, even before I even knew that they even talked to her, because it happened September 9th. I didn't talk to my sister until October 7th. It was either 5th or the 7th. And they all knew before I did. Damn near a month before I knew. And now y'all came down. But I'll make videos on that, on my process on me bringing my children back home, and the people pleaser becoming a villain in someone else's story now, because I'm simply standing up for myself now, and simply standing up for my children as well, to let them know that it's okay to have boundaries. I even tell them, Zola now, like, you can stand up to me. Yeah, she's 2, but I don't want my children, because I saw the relationship me and Kennedy had, and I'm like, I'm not repeating those patterns anymore. So now, like I said, my family, because I spoke up, I don't enable my mother. And I just remember one time, the year that I moved to Texas, this was probably June 2018, I think my mom was in the hospital for high blood pressure or some shit. Something that she did to herself, because she knows what she's supposed to eat. And she knows she's only supposed to work a certain amount of hours, but she overworks. And then she eats food that she shouldn't eat. And then you want to cry victim because you did this to yourself. Like, but I'm the villain because I have boundaries and don't tolerate you basically killing yourself in front of my face because you're eating stuff that's making you sick, and you keep getting sick, you're gonna die. But I'm the villain, because before I used to people please, and you want chicken, I gave you chicken, and you want a burger, I gave you a burger. And now I'm just like, I can't do it no more. I'm done. You want to do it, you want to do it. Okay, I guess I'm the villain now, because I got boundaries. Because I won't condone you doing this in my face. It means I have boundaries. Now, what you want to do with your life, that's your choice. But it's also my life, too. So if I don't want to witness the person that I love sitting there knowingly putting poison in their body, because you can't say you didn't know if you had a whole husband who was curing people. You know. You may not know as much as he knew, but you know. This was your husband. We grew up around herbs and all type of shit. She would take some of the medicines too. I watched her go from a 3X and drop down to like a 16 or some shit just from doing a master cleanse. So, you know. So, it's just like in law where they say ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignorance is no excuse. And now I'm at the point where, like I said, because family has disowned me because I speak up about things that need to be spoken up about. We shouldn't keep sweeping our pain up under the rug. How are we family and the only time we can be around each other is when we're talking about the good stuff? Or then y'all isolate certain family members because y'all don't want things being spoken. Like, when you're sitting there isolating me because you don't want me around, says a lot. You're having parties and stuff without me, says a lot. Shows me that I'm not wanted here because y'all feel uncomfortable when my light comes around, because just because I decide to eat a certain way and not watch the news and expose myself to certain information doesn't make me an op. At this point, you're the op, because I'm not sitting up trying to think about how to take your life down. I'm over here trying to think about how to better my life. So because of that, it's like, now I'm at the point where I have lost friends that I chose to lose, relationships that I chose to lose, some that I tried to fight to keep, but the universe still, because of my higher self coming in saying like, this isn't healthy, this isn't the type of relationship you need to have in your life. Learn from this, keep the lesson, and move forward. So it's just like when I first stepped into my awareness back in like 2012-13, my consciousness of my awareness. So a lot of things I was conscious of, but I wasn't aware of what I was being conscious of. I just had consciousness of a lot of things, and as I got older, I started gaining awareness on the things that I was being conscious of. And there was one lady that I was learning from when I was in college. She was she called herself a witch. I view witches and voodoo, all that stuff. I just look at it as energy manipulation. Manipulation isn't bad or good. It's just your intention behind it. And she used to say, bite the apple, spit away the seeds. Bite the apple, spit away the seeds. So you take what you need, and what you don't, you toss away. You don't need those seeds to take roots in you. But the lessons you keep. So a lot of dark things I have learned now when I'm going through them. Yeah, I be shaking in my boots. I be scared. But the more and more I stand up for myself, the more my confidence is growing. I still shake, but not as much. Before I was shaking to the point where I wouldn't talk. Now, even though I'm shaking, I'm still speaking up. And it may not be loud, but I'm speaking. And it's just those progressive steps that I'm taking, because I decided that I'm worthy of standing up for myself. I'm worthy of the boundaries that I set for myself. So it's like when people go through these childhood traumas, and like I said, with my family trying to get to me through my children by not letting me see them, not letting me talk to them, hiding behind a false CPS case, that I'm able to get closed out. But like I said, when it happened, I was in there 14 months, and then I got out November. March 1st, my dad died, and then March 20th, I found out I was pregnant with Zola. So that was a lot on my psyche. And then I was in Clinton Township. My mom was in Warren. I was 15 at Grafshire, and she was 11 in Hoover. That's how close I was to my children. And I can't see them. And then y'all not giving me a reason why I can't see my children. I'm not finna fight with nobody over my children. No court, no family, no nothing. So all I've been doing is learning myself, gaining a better relationship with myself, and learning how, so when my children come home, they will be able to transmute the trauma that they've been going through, because what's been keeping me through all this, they're learning lessons that I can't teach them. And that's what's been my saving grace through all of this, through all the tears, through all the agony, through the dark nights, especially when the birthdays come around. And my spirit just keeps telling me they're learning lessons that I can't teach them. And I'm okay with that, because again, they're little people. They're going to grow up to live their own lives. So I'm just their guide. I'm just mama. That's it. So when they do come home, I'm helping them guide their way through themselves. So when they go off on their own, they know how to do it for themselves. And that's what I do. That's why I started the Awakener of Self. Because I'm just your guide. I'm not here to help you die, but I am here to help you live. And you got 5 minutes for a pity party. But we're going to start working on these solutions. The childhood traumas, the teenage trauma, the adult trauma, just trauma in itself, just all those dark aspects of ourselves that's time to be integrated. Like, how long are we going to let those demons beat us? They're ours. They get fed by our thoughts, so we control them. So if I created it, that means I can transmute it, because energy cannot never die. It just be transformed. So if that's the case, my demons are mine. I created them with my thoughts. So that means that I can create something new. Oh, okay. So let's create something new at this point. Because we're coming to the age of Aquarius, where we're coming out of the darkness and into our light. So we got to take these lessons so we can get right with ourselves. It's not about anybody else. It's an individual journey, because you come in by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself. And that's just how it goes. So what lessons are you going to take with you as you keep moving here in throes or different dimensions? This job was so sleepy. So, like I said, this video is from People Pleaser to Villain, about helping people transmute the energy from their childhood or whatever hood you learned this from, and integrate it. It's not about why is this happening to me. It's about what am I supposed to learn from this. So we can flip our perspective to now not looking at the abuser and the narcissist as something happening to us. We're learning, what am I supposed to learn from this? Oh, you're teaching me boundaries because I lack them. Oh, you're teaching me self-love because I lack it. Or you're teaching me self-awareness because I'm lacking it. Because if you're able to put me in the position of you being the abuser, the narcissist, that means that I have somehow placed myself into the victimhood mentality for you to siphon energy from me because I have no boundaries. I lack self-love, I lack self-care. Oh, it's about me. Let me go fix this. Be right back. And it really is that simple. We complicate things because a lot of times our society is told work, 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 and if you didn't work hard for it, all this extra shit. No, life is about ease. It's about ebb and flow. It's about things moving in the time that it's meant to move. So, like I said, did a series of videos. I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep speaking. I'm going to keep telling the truth. I'm going to keep speaking out for the unspoken and bringing awareness to the unaware and holding space for the ones that don't feel like they have no space, that they have no safety. Your safety is within. I'm just holding space for you to realize it. That's it. Once you realize this is home, you're safe here, it's a breeze after that. It might be a strong wind, but it'll cool down afterwards. But sometimes it's the balance of life. Sometimes you can't gain those lessons without going through the storm. You can't appreciate peace without chaos. You can't appreciate quietness without noise. You can't appreciate dark without light. It's the law of polarity. They both have to coexist for it to be. Otherwise, you can't have one without the other. That's life. It's contrast. So, now that we saw what we didn't want to be like, let's take the lessons and apply that to what we do want to be like. So yeah, we can beat our mothers up and our fathers up, but without them, for one, we wouldn't be here. And then two, we wouldn't be the person that we are. And then three, we wouldn't learn the lessons that we have learned now to become this person that we see. Because without them, I caught that. Because without them being who they were in the moment that they were supposed to be them, your creation wouldn't be. And then you learn what not to do, for one. You learn how to do something better, for two. I mean, it's perspective. It's 360 degrees. You're only looking at one. It's still 359. So being stuck is a choice. Otherwise, you can move like water, flow like water. Or you can just be that heavy-ass rock that it's going to be there until a big flush of water come and move you. I'd rather come willingly, not kicking or screaming. So yes, thank you for the donations. And yes, I am taking people right now. Like I said, my schedule is a little tight right now because I'm potty training Zola, so I have to get up like every hour and then every 2 hours. So my sleep is highly disturbed. Parenthood is the best hood. Which I know is probably traumatic for some people, but I like it here. It's a little rough, but I like rough. So, yeah, you guys can schedule your sessions, and it just starts out with a conversation, and we just go from there. And as we talk, my spirit is showing me different points to connect the dots for a lot of things that it's like blind spots that you didn't see, but I'm seeing because as you're talking, your spirit is talking to me. So it's just a safe space for you to unload, because a lot of times you end up finding your solution as you're talking. But if you don't have a safe space to speak, how are you going to let it go? It's okay. You're going to make it. If I can make it from human trafficking to being homeless and losing friends, having businesses, to having nothing, having 5, how many cars I had? 5, all by myself. Got them stolen. And still show up like this? Must be doing something right. So, thank you for trusting me with your trauma. And I thank you for trusting yourself enough to unload it so you can release, let go, and flow and integrate that which you now know, which is just a lesson. That's all. You're going to make it.